This is Tom Meyer, the superintendent of the Bellevue Community School District. Just giving you our weekly Believe in the Blue update. Some basic things here going on right now. We're kind of in a season right now in school where we don't have a lot of extracurricular activities going on as far as competitions. We do have a few indoor track meets going on right now. The girls travel to the University of Dubuque on Friday, and the boys travel there on Saturday. But along with track practice starting, golf practices started, soccer practices started, archers are still competing right now. Around 50 of them advance on to the national contest in Kentucky, and that is in May. But it's a time where our quarter has just ended. It's a really good time to start focusing on academics, or to really put a focus there and finish out the school year strong, no matter if you're in kindergarten, third grade, my son, or a junior, my other son, or any grade at all, to put a focus on academics there and really concentrate on that right now, along with being involved in other things, and hopefully also enjoy the weather that will hopefully be warming up again soon. So some basic things going on here I want to let you know about. We have our science room project out again for bids, and those bids are due next Wednesday actually, so hopefully we'll be able to move forward with that this summer. Just so you kind of know, as far as next school year, that's something I've been talking about for about the last 2 months. It looks right now there's a very good chance we'll be starting on August 24th. I actually met today with some area superintendents, and we're putting together a schedule for that date. Right now, the earliest we can start is August 31st, but we're thinking August 24th will quite likely occur. We're hoping that it occurs that way. Just some things to ask your student about what they're doing in school. I actually got this off a social media site, actually Twitter, to ask your students, and I think as teachers we need to ask them, what are you learning? Why are you learning it? How does this connect with what you just learned before? What will you learn next, or what do you think you're going to learn next? How do you know when you have learned it? What will you do if you don't learn it? And how do you control your education? And the last one, what responsibilities do you have in education? I think those are really good questions sometimes that we need to ask ourselves as educators, of what we're hoping to impart on the students, what we're hoping students are learning. It's not so much about what we're going to try to teach them. It's about how can we help them to learn something that way. And I think it's always important to ask them, what did they learn in school today? Why are they learning it? Or term I like to use, why is this relevant? Why do you need to learn this? How will you ever use this? Hopefully your student can tell you that. If they can't tell you that, I encourage them to ask their teachers, why do I need to know this? We should be able to ask, we should be able to answer students' questions on why do I need to learn this? When will I use this? Those are very important questions, and questions that students of all ages will ask. And I think another one is, how do you know when you actually learned it? I think there's a lot of things in life for all of us that we really haven't learned completely. We are always learning, but I think there should be a point there where students are learning something, and they can say, well, I know I learned it based upon this, and I don't care what it is, really, but there's always room for improvement. Too in life, and what we have learned, we can always do better at it. And I think some responsibilities we all have in education is providing an education for them, providing an appropriate education for them, providing an education that is useful for them in life, not just today, but in the future. It goes back to one of those sayings, primary aim of education is not to enable students to do well in school, but to enable them to do well in their lives outside of school. I think we have to always be looking at the future that way when we work with students. And as parents and community members, I would say the same thing to all of you, to question students on what they're learning, how they're going to use it, and to help them stay focused on the future and not just now. So anyway, kind of a short Believe in the Blue update that way. If anyone has any concerns or questions, feel free to contact us at any time. Number here from my office is 872-4913. And always check out our website, check out our Twitter page, Tom Meyer at BHS, And then also check out our Facebook page, the Bellevue School Facebook page. Put a lot of things on there. Try to put something on there daily, but at least 3 days a week there's something on there with some updates that way. So everyone have a great day, and I'll talk to all of you next week. Thank you very much.